Welcome students, the students of standard 10. We were learning about civics chapter 2 federalism. In previous video I have told you what is federalism is. Today we will learn about the key features of federalism. In your textbook there are 6 or 7 features are written about federalism. I have listed them on the board. I hope you can follow. Let's learn about the features of federalism. The first feature of federalism is two or more levels of government. The main feature, the first feature of federalism is that there is two or more levels of government. That is central level government, state level of government, and at present there are local government. So in federalism we see there is two or more levels of government, that which we don't see in unitary system of government. In unitary system there is only one central government holds all the power, but in federal system of government we see there is two or more levels of government. Why this is? This is just to maintain the government, this is just to maintain the country and run the government effectively. So the power is distributed among different levels of the government, central, state and regional level of government. The second feature of federalism is division of power. Division of power between the central, state and the local government. In the previous video I have already told you this, that in unitary system central government holds all the power and it fully depends on the central government. If they want, they create the regional levels of government and distribute or give some of their powers to those small units of government or the regional government, but that fully depends on the central government. But in federal system, constitution itself forms the state governments and constitution itself distributes the power between these levels of government. So when we study about the Indian federalism, we will learn about the different list of powers as central list. These are the powers of the central government. Central government can make laws related to this. For example, central government has power to make laws related to border security, foreign affairs, and so on. State government also has its own power to make laws regarding police, marriage, land revenue, etc. So the constitution distributes the power between the central government and the state's government, and that is the second feature of federalism. There is a distribution of power between central government and regional governments. The third feature of federalism is constitution guarantees existence and authority to each level of government. Students, I have told you that in union government, the central government can make the regional governments and pass on some of their powers to those regional government, but that depends on the central government. But in federal system, constitution itself, it is not any government, it is not the people, but constitution itself guarantees the existence, means the constitution itself forms the state governments or regional government, so that the government can function smoothly and properly and country may run properly. Therefore constitution itself forms the regional governments, and therefore constitution guarantees the existence and authority to each level of government, gives power to each level of government. And the fourth feature is no government can alone make amendments of the basic features of the constitution. In federal system, as we see that there is central government and regional governments, so no government has the power alone to make the amendments. Amendment means necessary changes in the constitution, but no government alone, that means central government can alone not make any changes in the constitution. So when the government wants to make any amendments or changes in the constitutional laws, both the central government and the state government has to agree. Both the legislative assemblies that work in the state level and the parliament that works in the central level has to agree together, and with the agreement of the central level of government and state level of government together can make any necessary amendments in the constitution. So that is the other feature of the federal system of government. The fifth feature is there is an independent judiciary to prevent the dispute between the governments. We know that many times the central government and the regional governments have some dispute. To solve those disputes, to prevent those disputes, there is an independent judiciary. We know that Supreme Court is the highest court in a country. So the court has the authority or independent power to solve the dispute between the central government and the state government. Therefore, when there is a court or judiciary, no government can be autonomous or can hold the powers which are not under them. Therefore, whatever the power of the central government, they will make laws regarding those powers. Whatever the powers given to the state governments can function accordingly, and therefore no government can interfere in the matters of other, and in situation of any disputes which arise between the central government and the state government can be solved by the independent judiciary. Therefore independent judiciary or court exists. The sixth feature of the federalism is each level of government had its own source of revenue collection. Now, the constitution, when constitution gives the power to each level of government to function, constitution also mentions that each government has its own source of revenue collection. So central government has its own source of revenue collection from where they can collect the revenue or money to maintain the government, to run the government. So also the regional governments, the state governments has its own source of revenue, the revenue from the land and house and soaps, market, etc. So each government has its own source of revenue collection. And the final feature of the federal system is the federal system is formed to promote unity and accommodate the regional diversity. Why this federal system of government has been formed? Why there is a division of power between the state government and the central government? Why there is more than one level of government has been formed? So it is just to promote the unity. Our constitution begins with the statement that India is the states of unity, or there is a unity, though the country has been divided into different states, but still India is one unit, one country and one government. No state government can declare or make themselves independent country and separate themselves from the government. So India is a union of states. Therefore, federal system has been formed to maintain this unity in diversity. Though we have different state government, though we have different regional government, but still India is a state of unity, or India is a one unit, one government. To maintain this unity, the federal system has been formed, and also to promote the or accommodate the regional diversity, so that each region, each community living in different part of the country, each community, they may have their parts in the government, they may have their share in the government, and that's why these regional governments are formed, so that the local people, the regional people may also have some parts in the government. And these are the features of the federal system of government. In the next class we will learn about the Indian federal system. Till then, learn properly, and that's all.